Good morning, my dear hookers. So this is the second of two videos that I'm making today. It is Friday, September something or other. And this old hooker, good morning, my dear hookers. I love each and every one of you and all of my subscribers. I appreciate you all so much, so much. So this is actually a special order. And you're like, it's a granny square. How's it a special order? Because the way you put these granny squares together will make you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful summer top. So I have a pile of them so far. I have 11 made. And yes, I cheated and I have the next one made, but that's okay. We'll be shushing about that. So I have 11 out of 12 squares made. Now, this top can be made quite a number of ways. And yes, you can see that the corners pop up on this. It's fine. Once the top is completely made, okay, once the top is completely made, that's when I'm going to block it. And as you can see, there's ends galore here that I have not done yet. And yes, I'm going to be doing all those ends probably today or tomorrow. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But I'm so close to being able to put the top together that I want to try it on my client. Probably, maybe even today. I don't know if I'll get that far. But we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so let's get one of the granny squares made. Okay, now this one starts out, you need yarn, obviously. Yarn. There we go. Oh, there it is. You need yarn. For this particular yarn, you need and yay, it's not even rubbed off because I was smart. Before I used this one, I actually put nail polish on it and I cured it. So I'm hoping that this will never come off. But you need, for this size yarn, okay, and yes, I used a little bit higher brand. I was going to order a full 100% cotton, but I wanted to get it done because it's my life has just taken too long to get this done. So I went and I cheated and I bought the Softy Baby cotton. It is 60% cotton. You do for anything wearable, you want a natural fiber for the most part. For your regular sweaters and so on and so forth, acrylic, polyester, whatever is fine. But when you're wearing something next to your skin, especially like a summer top or a summer dress, you do want to go with at least a 50% cotton. Okay. And for sweaters, if you're doing something for wintertime, for skiing, for outdoor fun, you want to use wool. Okay. You want to use a natural fiber or as natural as possible. If you can get some of the better quality wools, do it. I've only been able to do this once, and to use silk. Oh my goodness. I have never, and it was a very, very special order. It was for a wrap for somebody, and she wanted it in silk, and so I ordered her silk. It was glorious. If I could afford to put that on my table all the time, I would, but nobody could afford to do them. All right, so here we go. So you need 3 colors for this one. You can do this all in one color if you're so inclined. So this one is going to be a small. Okay, as you can see that with only 12, there's not going to be a lot of a round room with it. And that's totally fine. But so this one is for a small person. For each and every, and I've kind of decided that I'm going to change things up a little bit. For the extra large and larger, I'm actually going to do another round of flower petals. So we'll get to that in just a second, but in each of these spaces would be another round of flower petals. So at that point, you could really have fun with color. You could have your yellow or your like a darker, very, very dark inside, and then your pale, and then a touch darker, and then go into your background. Sorry. I chose the blue background. Actually, she chose the blue background and she wanted a really pastel-y blue. And I think I chose fairly well for her. I really appreciate this blue. It's called Dusk Sky. Now I did cheat and I just pulled out some cotton, that I had laying around for stuff that was the same size. But yeah, you want to use, and remember everybody, when you're using, the finer your yarn is, the finer your fabric is going to end up being. So you can see here, yes, there's holes, you know, the obligatory, but if I pull out something thicker, those holes become so much bigger, okay? You've got these tiny, tiny holes, comparatively speaking, to this Mondo huge one here, okay? So the smaller your yarn is, the finer your textile, your fabric is going to be when you're finished. So when you're working with something like a crop top or some of those bikini tops, use small yarn. Don't use a size 5 or better. Use a size 3 or smaller. Yes, it's going to take you a ton longer. It's worth it. Trust me. Okay, so down to work. For this, again, I used 3 colors. You can do this all in one color and it makes it easier to make it bigger. I like the daisy pattern, but again, like I said, anything bigger, and I would put another round of petals and make it into like a sunflower or just like a double petaled square, okay? But we're not doing that today. So I'm going to grab my yarns, and this one is only, I think this one's only like 30%, but that's okay too. It's fine. 30% cotton. All right, everybody. So let's get started. We're going to do our slip knot. So nice and easy. Again, so many ways to do this. And as all of you know, when it comes to granny squares, I don't do the magic ring. In fact, I very seldom do. There are times I do the magic ring, but very, very seldom. Okay. So I'm going to chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, and chain 4. Okay, now that looks pretty tiny. Trust me, it works. Okay, I'm going to put my hook through that very first chain. I'm going to draw up a loop and I'm going to bring it through that one that was already on the hook. Now that gives me a a very tiny little hole to work in, but that's all we're going to need. So chain 1. Now we're going to go into that tiny little hole. Chain 5 if you want, but you will find that your center will be not quite as cinched up. Okay, so there's 1, 2. We're going to do 2 double crochet or 2 single crochets all the way to 12 single crochets. So there's 3, there's 4. And again, if you're just starting to watch me, stop here, go back to my tutorials. Always check out the tutorials on how to crochet, okay? How to get started as a hooker. I forgot how many I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 5, 6, 7. And especially if you're saying, oh, Sherry, you're going way too fast. No. Start at the beginning. Don't start halfway through. And again, I lost track. Sorry, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 9, 10. And again, I'm just going to have to squish those down. Get over there. There we go. 11 and 12. So I've done my 12 single crochets. Just going to double check and make sure that I'm going to get my 12 in. So I'm going to count. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So when you're doing this, make sure you're not counting that chain 1 as a stitch, because it's not. You want to go into the first stitch, not into that chain, okay? So there you go. You're going to slip stitch into that very tight first single crochet. So pull your loop through and pull it through. Okay? Now we're going to chain 1 again, and we're going to do 12 again. Okay? But we're just going to give that a little bit of a pull, and you can see how only doing the chain 4 gives me a really nice tight little center there. That's kind of what I want. And with the other yarn that I actually used, I actually got a little bit, once I started doing my ends in, okay, I started noticing that my center really cinched up nicely. So we're going to do, whoops, let's go back and bring that back down so it's clear. There we go. 1. In each and every single crochet, you're going to do a single crochet. And this keeps your center really nice, especially when you've got, there we go. 3, 4. It keeps your center nice and small, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now let's just double check and make sure I actually have 12, because it looks like, and I know it's not, but but it looks like I'm missing a stitch. I'm not. I promise you. 1, 2, 3. Can you see that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's my first chain. There's my slip stitch mess that's going on there, and that's fine because I want to slip stitch right to that very first single crochet, not the chain stitch. And what that does is it covers up what looks like a bit of a mess. It's not. Now I'm going to do a quick chain and I'm going to snip my yarn. These scissors are awful. I should just get rid of them. They are not sharp scissors, not like the one that's in my little kit there. Okay, now we are done the center, the first 2 rounds of our little granny square. Okay, now I'm just going to grab my white. And again, it's just a partial cotton. There's nothing special about this. I didn't get it anywhere special. It might very well be, I don't think it's the Softy Baby. I think it's actually just like a 25% cotton or something like that. I remember buying it. I just don't remember what the name is. All right, so I changed my mind. I did some dipsy doodling on the last part of the video and I didn't like it. So here I am back again, and here is my center completely finished. So I have 2 rounds of single crochet only, okay? And that's leaving me with 12. So count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now this little spot right here is not a stitch. Can you see that? That part right there is not a stitch. That is your slip stitch. And yes, I know it looks like a stitch. It's not. Trust me. Okay. So now we're going to do the petals. And where I dipsy doodled the last time is I thought I was going to do the bigger one, but to do a bigger size using a larger flower portion, this part would have to change. And so, yes, I promise you, I will make this one for a larger person without having to use larger yarn or any of that stuff. Okay. This one is going to be a fairly good size small medium. Okay. The lady that I'm making it for, she is just the cutest little thing. She's an older lady. I don't know how old she is. She's probably close to my age, I would think. I would have to ask someone. Oh, you guys would have just laughed at me. I just had a spider moment. Oh my gosh. I love almost everything that occurs out in Mother Nature. And when it's out in Mother Nature, I will never, ever, ever touch a spider because I know spiders are so, so, so good for everything. However, in my house, spiders are not allowed. And I just had a spider web across my face. I lost my poop. I'm not sure where it went, but it is good and lost now. All right, so back to work here. This is my first 2 rounds. Okay, now, as I was saying, if I was going to make this into a bigger top, into a medium, a good size medium slash small large, or a good size large, small extra large, and going up to the sizes like that, I don't want to just make this part bigger. I want to make this part bigger because if I've got like a square like this for like my double extra large, this is going to get lost in all that blue or whatever color you've got as your background, whether it's gray or blue or otherwise. So I want the flower to pop just a little bit because that's what makes a granny square, right? Is that popping flower. So having said that, here we go. I'm going to make my pattern so that I can make 2 rounds of these lovely petals. Okay. And I have to figure out how that's going to work for me. So I have not done that yet. So for right now, we are just going to stay with the regular size small. Again, it is a good size small. It is probably closer to a medium than a small. That's why I say it's a okay. Oh, sorry. The fall pollens are killing me, everyone. My goodness, the fall pollens are killing me. Whew. Okay, so now we're going to start this first round of petals. So we're going to yarn over because we're going to do a standing double. Okay, now I like to start it one back from this. Okay, because that way I can catch this in there and I don't have to work it in as much later. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and just yarn over, pull through here. That's where I'm going to stop. So I've got 2 loops on my hook. Okay, I'm going to yarn over into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, or yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2. I now have 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, push through, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2. Now I was just gonna leave it here because the original daisy square that I made, or that was made, I didn't make it, my mom did. But I thought, what a pretty way to make a top out of it. And I've seen some tops online, but I have yet to find, excuse me, I have yet to find one that I like. So I decided I'd make my own. But they always stop at the 3. And so you've end up with 4 loops on your hook. I'm going to yarn over and go through one last time. And here's where you can make this your own. Pull through 2. I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on my hook. And I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 5. Now, I'm going to chain 1. Now, I want you to watch and remember this space compared to this one, okay? And I'm going to chain 2 and chain 3, all right? Now, here's where the pattern difference from the original daisy square that I saw. They only did 3, but I like the 4. It gives it a much nicer, as you can see on this one, it gives it a much nicer, fuller look to it, okay? The original one that I saw, it was not as nice. It really wasn't, okay? But now I've got to remember, this is not a stitch. So I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to go through the next stitch, I'm going to catch that end and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. I've got 3 on my hook now, yarn over, push through the same stitch, pull through, I've got 4, and one last time, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. I now have, oh goodness, itchy nose. Sorry, everyone. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my hook again, and I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to pull through all 5. And then stitch 1, 2, and 3. All right, do it again. Yarn over into the very next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, push through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, push through, yarn over, pull through. That gives me 4. And last time, yarn over, push through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all 5. Okay, and then chain 1, 2, 3. There we are. 3 full petals done already. Now those petals are going to change shape just slightly, as you can see here. Okay, my petals actually have a point. Here they don't look like they have a point yet. I mean, it's there, but it's not there yet. It'll come, I promise. Yarn over, push through, catching that tail, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, push through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, push through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. That gives us 4. And last time, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and carefully yarn over, pull through all 5. And 1, 2, 3 chains. Okay, And yes, you use a lot in surprisingly a little amount. You use a lot of yarn here because you're making these petals with, oops, see? Now, okay, so what just happened was, so yarn over, push through, yarn over, pull through, got 2 on my hook. But on this next one, what happened was is I pulled through all 3. So now I'm still stuck with yarn over, pull through 2 loops on my hook, but I've lost that third one here. So all you do is you have to start over again. And that's why sometimes you'll see me really pushing those back. So I don't do that. So let's start again. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. And you can see me doing that all the time. I'll actually hold on to the last ones that I don't want the yarn to go through. And yarn over, pull through 2. I've got 5 on my hook. I'm going to go whoop and 1, 2, 3. All right. How's everyone doing with this? Are you liking this little daisy square? Oopsie. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Got 4. Got to do it one more time. And there we go. I got all 5. Yarn over, pull through all 5. 1, 2, 3. And as you see, I don't know if you've noticed it yet, but as you can see, when I'm pulling through all 5, let's just finish this one up. Yarn, oopsie, caught the tail. Yarn over, and that's 3. And there we go. There's our 4. Got 5 loops on the hook. I'm going to yarn over, but I'm actually turning my hook all the way down to the bottom instead of just to the side. Okay? And what that does is it allows me to pull that through without catching any of the stuff underneath. When you just have it to the side like normal, what can happen is you'll catch one of those little loopies, and you don't want that to happen because then you got to start the stitch all over again because you've made a mess. And it's fine. Okay? So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over 2, there's 3, and there's my 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, and pull through all 5. 1, 2, oopsie, 2, 3. 3, there we go. Yarn over, and pull through 2, yarn over, 3 loops on the hook, 4 loops on the hook, and 5 loops on the hook. If I'm going too fast, go back, rewind this, and learn it all again. And for those of you who are brand new and decided you'd start in the middle instead of, at the beginning, go back and go through my tutorials. This stitch isn't... This stitch is basically double crocheting 3 together, except it's a little bit sideways. It's like a puff stitch or something. I don't remember what this stitch is called. It's a petal stitch. That's what I've always called it. That's what Mom's always called it. It's called a petal stitch because it gives us that petal look. You can use it in flowers. One more. You can use it in just rows. In fact, actually, I should bring a blanket downstairs before I do the next part of this video. There we go. Because I have a blanket. The entire blanket is made out of this stitch, and it is wonderful. It is a cozy, cozy blanket. I'm not quite done it yet, but it's getting there. 3. And now let's just double check and make sure I didn't mess up. I should have 11 petals at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Perfect. So now I have 1 space left. Stop it. There we go. I have 1 space left that I'm going to yarn over, push through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. I've got 3 hooks, 3 loops, and 4 loops, and 5 loops. Now I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, and I'm going to be, if you're making this in one color, don't do what I'm about to do. Carry through, okay? But you're going to want to do, if you want to do the corners properly, like I always tell you, you're going to want to do this and then your half double to join. But we're not going to do that right now because we are going to be adding our third color. Okay. And now, remember what I said at the beginning, watch for these two spaces. I'm not going to go into this space. I want to go into this one right here. Okay. And there's a reason for that. When you're doing the standing double, I want that hidden. If I was to pull that through there, let's just show you what happens. Whoops. Just about lost. I did lose a chain. There we go. One more chain. Now, if I pull this through here, so here I am pulling it through the top of my standing double and join, I get this. And I don't like that, right? So I don't like that look. So what I do when I'm doing these in the, there we go. When I'm doing these in the round, I don't put it here. I actually will put it into, it's the first chain that comes up over. Okay, so there's the difference. So there's my standing double that actually creates the body of the petal, but I don't want to go there. So I'm going to slip stitch right there. Okay, and there we are. But now I'm going to do a quick chain to lock everything in, and then I'm going to use my really dull scissors to cut it. Got to get those other scissors back out. Okay, so there is our center. Okay, and yes, I did use two different yellows because I'm almost out of this yellow and I wanted it for another project. I think I want to make another one of these because I did buy enough of that yarn that I can make another one, and that way I can play with my centers. Okay, so I'm going to put this one aside now. It is exactly the same. Exactly. I've done 2 rounds of single crochets and then my petal round. And now let's see if I can do this without yarn barf again, because there's my outside one. I want to find my oh my goodness, look at me go. Where is my center? Look at that. Almost no yarn barf. Oh my goodness. That is wonderful. Now the bad thing that I noticed in my first ball of this, and I did get 11 and a half. I still have some upstairs to sew everything together. I got 11 and a half squares out of this stuff, and that is for the small, large, small to small, medium top. Okay, so that's how many you can get out of this. You can get 11 full squares out of the smaller squares. Okay, and I thought that was pretty good because I bought, I don't know, half a dozen of these and thinking that I was going to need more. I always overbuy. I am so addicted to yarn. Oh, wait, that's me. All right, so again, we're going to do a standing double. In any of the chain 3 spaces, you're going to push through and you're going to do and I lost it. There we go. Do your actual standing double. Okay, let's do that again because I don't think it was in camera range. Let's try that one more time. So I've done my slip stitch or slip knot. In any of the chain 3 spaces, I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to hold tight to that so you don't lose it like I just did before. And you're going to push through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so again, we're going to do a second double crochet. That's 2. Oopsie. See what happens? Okay. So what happened is my hook picked up one of these many strands. I think there's 6 strands in here. And oh my goodness, I hated it. Okay, so there's 1 double crochet. We're going to do a second double crochet and a third double crochet and no chain space here. Okay. Now I'm going to do 3 half doubles. So 1, 2, come on, and 3 half doubles. In this next space, so here it what we're doing is we're squaring it up. Okay. In the next chain 3 space, we're going to do 1, 2, 3 more half doubles. Okay. Now we're going to create our corner. And as you can see on that one, I missed one of the things. And again, that's going to happen. This Softy Baby Cotton is Oh my goodness, it's a pain in the butt. It is so pretty when it's done and it works up so beautifully. But my goodness, what a pain in the tushy it is. All right, so now we're going to create a corner. So we're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. All right, so 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3 more double crochets, all in that same chain 3 space. What that does is now you can see we've got this nice flat start to our square. And I've got a knot. I should have done this all at the beginning, but I did not. As usual, I did not. I definitely did not. All right, come on out. Come on, you. There we go. All right, let's try that now. Still didn't work. Oh my goodness, I should just pause you. You know, as much as I love this yarn, my goodness, it is naughty, naughty yarn. Ugh. Let's get you out of the way. Got to pick you up off the floor later. All right. So, you know, it's really interesting, and I know maybe I shouldn't ask this, but I found out on a couple of my lives, and of course there's my lovely Ascendant. She's a New Zealander by heart, but living in Australia now. I believe she said with her son, but I could be wrong about that. But she's in Australia now, and I know I had one lovely lady, oh my gosh, over in Ireland. Don't I love a good Irish accent? And oh, here is a prime example of why this yarn is such a pain in the butt. It is knotted all over the place. Drives me to distraction. So because you know me, I hate knots, even as small as this one is, I will cut that out and I will join it again, because I would much rather have it joined properly than through a knot. All right, so here we are. So now we're going to do 3 half doubles in this space. 2 and 3. Okay, no chains, and 3 more. 1 in the next space. 2 and 3. Okay, so we've got our corner. We've got 2 spaces of 3 half doubles each. Now we're going to create another corner. 1, 2, and 3 doubles, and 1, 2, 3 chains. And the reason we do 3 chains is because we don't want this to happen a whole lot. And you can see, okay, if I give this a good shake, my corners just pop up all over the place like that. When you're doing the 3 chains, okay, it doesn't pop up as badly. I did try it with 2. Don't do it. Just trust me on that. Okay, and then 1, 2, and the other reason it pops up 3 is because we don't turn this one. And I was going to turn it. I really was, everybody, but I kind of liked the way it looked without the turn, so I didn't turn it. All right. So now we do 3 half doubles in this next one. 2 and 3, and 3 half doubles in the next one. Excuse me. 2 and 3. Okay. Now we've got to do another corner. 1, oopsie, 2, 3, chain, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. Now in the next 2 chain 3 spaces, we're going to do those half doubles again. So 1, 2, oopsie, 3, there we go, and 1, 2, and oh, there's my end. Oh, just about lost it. And 3. Now, for those of you who want to see me join, I'm going to yarn over because I'm at my first corner again, and I'm going to find my end again. There we go. So I'm going to yarn over. I'm I'm going to come into my corner. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, drop that to the front, find my knotted yarn. Come on, there we go. Not dropping this. And I'm going to pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2. What doing this does is it locks everything in place. Okay, now I'm going to grab my working end. Sorry, everyone. There we go. And I'm going to do 2 more double crochets, catching those ends underneath. Okay, and 2. And I know that it's going to be all right because I'm going to catch this one, both of them, and I'm going to work them in under here a couple of times. So I know that they're going to be fine. So now, because I need to chain 3, but I don't want to because I'm not changing color, I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to come back to my standing double. Come on, focus in, please. Standing double. And I'm going to grab both. Erg. Come on. Why are you being so difficult? One moment, everybody. There we go. Got it. Okay. And I'm going to do my half double to join. Why? Because that sets me up for the middle for my next one. So I'm going to do a standing double. So I'm going to pull up, do the twist, push through, pull through, and then pull. And I lost my twist. Let's try it again. So pull up, do the twist, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. There we go. And I'm going to do 2 more. 1, and no, I'm not. I lied. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm only doing 1 more. In these next 3 or 4 rounds, we're only going to be doing 2 double crochets. We're also going to be missing our very first double. Okay, so there's our standing crochet from the round before. We're going to skip that. And we're going to do 1, 2, whoopsie. Here's where it differs a little bit. We're going to do 10 double crochets across, 3, 4, 5. Come on. I'm getting caught up there. Sorry, everyone. 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. And as in the first part, okay, we're going to skip the first double crochet and we're going to skip the last double crochet. We're going to go right into that center and we're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 3, 3, and 2 double crochets. All right. There we go. Now we're going to skip that very first double crochet and go into the second one and do 10 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Do not go into the spaces. You just want to go into the stitch. So don't go in here, go into the stitch. 4, I just realized that I didn't show you that. I'm so sorry, everyone. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And again, I skipped the first one. I'm skipping the last one. Okay? And then 1, 2 double crochets in the corner, chain 3, and 2 double crochets. Whew, it's hot in here. Okay, and again, I'm going to skip that first one, go right into the second, and do 10 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So do this all the way around. We've already done 2 sides, so skip this last one. And in the corner, you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 3, and 2 double crochets. So finish this round and I'll catch up with you. Oopsie, I'll catch up with you at the end. All right, so now I've got my 10 along this side. I've counted them out. Yes, I've got 10, skipping my last one. And now I'm going to finish my first corner. So 1 and 2. And because we're still going with this color, we're going to chain 1, yarn over, find our standing double. There we go. Both. Goodness, you're being a pain in the butt. There we go. Both parts of the V on the standing double. Pull through and pull through all 3. And again, that sets us up beautifully. And then nobody can tell what corners we started on, what corners we finished on. Because let's be honest, we don't want anybody, especially because this is a wearable, we don't want people seeing those chains or the whatevers. We don't want to see, and you don't want to have to do slip stitches to the corner. A lot of patterns these days I've noticed will slip stitch, and then you've got to try to fight with the slip stitches and get them uniform to make it look right. This is a wearable. I want it to look as perfect as possible, especially because I do really, 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 really appreciate, and I have a story to tell you in another video. I really appreciate this client. This is the 3rd thing she's ordered from me, and bless her, she is as sweet as the day is long. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to pull up, do the twist, and come into that chain 3 space. And I'm going to pull through 2 and pull through 2. There we go. And again, I'm only going to do 2 double crochets in this corner. Again, I'm going to skip that first stitch. And now I'm going to do 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so there we are. That's our first row done. Instead of 10, it's going to be 12, but it is exactly the same as your last round. So let's do our corner. So we're going to skip this last stitch and we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 3 and 1, and oopsie, and 2. Okay, skip your first double, do 12, skip your last double, do the corner, and I'll meet you around when I get done my 3rd round. All right? Alrighty, so I'm back. I'm skipping my last double crochet on this side. I have 12 double crochets per side and 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets in every corner. Now, because I have 1 last round left, I do still have to do the chain 1 and do the half double to join. For those of you who don't like doing this, you can do the chain 3. It just doesn't set you up nicely to start the next round. And I can't find my other half of the stitch again. There we go. Oops, missed half. There we go. All right. So again, I've gone through both and I'm going to pull through all 3. And that sets me up in the middle of my corner. So now I'm going to pull up, do the twist, and do my first standing double. Okay, and my second double for the corner. Now this one's going to be it's the last round, okay? So it's a little bit different, but it's mostly the same. Sorry about that, I had to readjust my chair. Okay, so for this round, we've got our 2 in the corner and chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Sorry about that, everyone. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. We have an old wood burning stove in our basement, so you're going to hear my dog whining because I think squirrels have taken up residence in the chimney. Skip 1, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And this is the pattern for all of your sides now, as I lose my double crochet. This is the pattern for your sides. Your corners remain exactly the same, but there's one little tiny problem, and I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to fix this yet. Okay, so chain one. Now we get to our last double crochet is going to be right before the corner. So just do your last double crochet. It's not going to be exactly the same as the first, but it's going to be pretty close. But now we're at the last one, so we're just going to go into the corner and double crochet 2, chain 3, and double crochet 2. So again, we're going to do this next side. We're going to chain 1. Now, I guess I could probably just, instead of chaining 1 here, I could probably, but then it makes a mess at the other end. So that's kind of why I've just kept it as is. It was the way the original square was made, so I'm just going to keep that. So I'm going to skip 1 and then chain 1 after my double crochet, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, oopsie, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain, oopsie, there we go, chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet. And we're going to be doing this all the way around, and this is our last round of our daisy granny. Okay, of this particular daisy granny. Now I am going to put this in 2 different playlists. Oopsie, chain 1. Now we're getting to our last stitch of the side. So we're going to skip 1, and then in this last one, we're going to do our double crochet and then do our corner. Okay. I'm going to put this in 2 separate playlists because I want this into the summer top playlist as well as the Granny Square playlist. So you will see it in 2. Okay. So do that all the way around, remembering you start with a chain, skip 1, but you don't end with a chain skip 1. You just end with a double crochet. All right. And I shall meet you back at the end. Oh, actually, we've only got 2 sides left. Let's just keep going. So crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And again, remember that when we get to 1,000 subscribers, if you haven't already seen my little video that I did, we are going to have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. We're going to do a live. I'll figure out everything that I want to do, but I want to get as many people as possible entered because you're going to get a full set of crochet hooks from size 2 to size 8. And you're going to get, oopsie, there we go. Ta-da. And I'm at my last one. So there's nice double crochet, and then I go directly into the corner. So you get a full set of double crochet hooks. You get a pair of scissors. You get, little embroidery scissors. You get darning needles, both plastic, and metal. Just throw the plastic ones away. You get, I already did 2. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And you also get a full box of not just bits and bobs, but a full box of yarn with the availability. And to a point, I'll be able to say that you can choose a color to a point. There's going to be some that I'm not going to have enough of one color on, so you might have to have a color group. Say, for example, all pinks or all purples, but you will have enough full balls and partial balls together to make a full, oopsie, there we go, a full project. And that is going to be more than enough. In fact, I'll probably oversend because I can. And last one, again, I'm just going to put that right there. And I'm at my last corner, so I'm going to do 2 double crochets. But because I'm at my last round, I'm just going to do chain 3. There's my 2 doubles. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to slip stitch into, oh, for heaven's sakes. Come on, get out of there. Come on. Into my standing, there it is. Got it. Oops, and then I didn't yarn over. Way to go. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Come on. There we go. Oh, and I split the yarn, for heaven's sakes. Come on. Get in there. There we go. All right. There we go. So this is now done. So I'm going to do a chain and I'm going just to lock it in and use my dull scissors. And there we are. Now, as you can see, this happens. So yes, when this is completely finished, you are going to have to block this project. Okay, you're going to have to do some fiddling about, and this is going to pop out, which is what I wanted. That's why I used a little bit thicker of a yarn for the center so that when it's all done, that really pops. Okay. I kind of like that look just because it looks so nice when it pops out. So now what you're going to do is you're going to make 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to do in all of my ends because I hate doing ends. And then in my next video, I'm going to show you how to put them all together. And we're going to do some like some triangle grannies so that you can choose which way you want to finish your project. And that's just a little hint. So here we are. I am going to try to get some pictures of the finished project that I did and hopefully some modeled finished projects of this one, I hope. I'm not going to make any promises. It may have to be on my dressmaker's dummy, and that's fine too. But I'm going to finish my video by saying, please, please, please watch my sneak peek for my 1,000 subscriber live. And please tell everybody, all of you who have already subscribed, I appreciate you all so much. You truly, I never ever thought that I would make it to 800 subscribers. I never thought I would ever make it to 100 subscribers. And here I am sitting at 810 subscribers this morning. I appreciate you so much. You will never know. Having said that, I'm going to bid you all a wonderful adieu. I hope your day is wonderful. I hope it is sunny. I hope it is happy. But most of all, be kind to yourself. My name is Sherry. I shall see you in the next video, and I am addicted to yarn.